Howdy, folks. What a long day, long day. Sorry, folks. I just got home from work, and work such as it is. So I appreciate all the comments. Yes, I'm okay, and no, I didn't oversleep, Mike. uh, had to rush in and wolf down a French onion soup. It was good though. Welcome, everyone. Let's see. And well, thank you for waiting. I hope you guys enjoyed the chat. Yeah, yeah. John had to poop. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's been a long day. I started the morning off with today. Will just be a chat day. I'm not going to be doing any soldering like I hope I would. Well, I might still go back there, but I'm too tired. It's been a long day. So I went to this morning. I was cleaning up the backyard. I had a couple of big lath, 4x8 laths that they've been sitting in my backyard for a while, since about a year ago. My daughter had her prom, and at home because of COVID, just less than a year ago, and we designed it up. We made it look up nice, and I had these old, pieces of those that lath that they sell, the cheap stuff, painted it white, but it's been rotting out there. So I figure, oh, let me finally get around to it, and I spent the morning tearing that thing apart. Then I got a call from one of the guys at work. They're having some issues with the computers at the call center, so I had to go by there, and that took a while because that was my entire day, the rest of the day, and I'm here. And let's see, I had a one of the people, one of my customers from with the JaviBox emailed me because he had an issue. It was working perfectly fine for the longest time, and then I don't know. I don't know if he put it away or let it sit for a while and then came back to it. But for whatever reason, it's having some issues. So I figure, well, if any of you guys have, whether it's a JaviBox or your own design, I figure let me share with you some troubleshooting tips for CNC controllers. In the meantime, let me go say hello to everybody there. Paul, how's it going? Mike, Bruce, good to see you over in the Philippines there. David, good to see you. Marcello and John, of course, thanks for the phone call to remind me that I was on the air, because I'm here enjoying my soup, and I go, holy crap, didn't even realize what time it was. And good evening, Ed. So yeah, some of the things that you could tell when you put together a controller. One of the things that if your motors are not running right, if they're not running at all, I don't know if I could help you. But if they're not running correctly, like for instance, they're either going in one direction or they're stuttering. That's 99% of the time, that's a cable issue. It's a cable that's disconnected. For those of you that use the most of us use the same controller. They're all the same. Basically, you have a direction, pulse, and the +5 for the signal, and that's on the low voltage side. That's from the controller to the stepper driver, and from the stepper driver to the motors, you have the on the other side, the high voltage side. Even though it's 36 volts, it's not really high voltage, but higher voltage than the 5. You have 6 wires. 2 of them are from your power supply. But the other 4 are the ones that go to the motors: A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus. And that is where the problem lies. Um, if it's stuttering, if it's only going in one direction and it's going very, very strong in one direction, no matter which way you go up, if you go up or you go down, it makes no difference. Then there's a possibility that your DIR, the direction cable, or the +5 next to it is disconnected, or not getting a signal. That way, that's a little thing that'll tell you that tells the stepper driver which direction to go in. And if the signal's not present, it's always going to go in the same direction. But it's going to go very powerfully in the same direction. If you can hold the thing and it'll go and it'll, or let's say it's your Z-axis stutters and it can't pull up, or 9 times out of 10, that's 1 or 2 wires of the 4 from the stepper driver to the motor. In the case of the JaviBox, it's from the stepper driver plug to the 4-pin connector behind it. And remember, those connections are very tiny, they're very sensitive, and they're soldered. So most likely, sometimes, especially if people start tinkering around with them and moving the wires, you can only move it just so often before the wire breaks off the back of those connectors. So that's a point of failure. And the other one is, and the one I've seen that happens most commonly, is from the plug to the motor. Somebody walks over the cable, steps on the cable, pulls the motor. I mean, the motor, it's not wired correctly, and the motor itself pulls itself apart. And then people don't notice it because it's under the heat shrink, and it just separates just enough where, well, like I said, A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus. All you need is a B plus and minus, or an A plus and minus together, and it'll run kind of like imagine a 6-cylinder engine with 1 cylinder misfiring, or a 6-cylinder engine with 2 cylinders misfiring. It'll run it'll stutter like crazy, and possibly run only in one direction. And sometimes I've seen it run. You hit it and it runs in one direction, then you hit it again, it runs in the opposite direction. Again, instead of going, this is A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus. Instead of going ding, 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 ding to move it forward, or ding, 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 ding to move it backward, it depends the order, 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 1, 2. It's only ding, 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 ding. So basically, it's only getting half the signal. So that's the easy diagnostic part. Now, most of the time I can hear what the motor sounds like because I've built 95 of these, and so that's close to 400 motors wired, and I can tell you I know exactly the sound because there's a 25 to 50% chance that at the end of a build something is amiss. There's a wire wrong. None of them that I build, it's not 100% at all. I can tell you that. No company is, unless it's fully automated by a robot and they went through all their mistakes in the beginning. But I'll tell you, I don't let anything go out without being fully tested. But you guys have seen me in the show. This is running backwards. Well, I know how to fix that. Oh, this one's not running. Well, I know exactly what that is. It's a simple matter of when all the connections out of the 231, and it's hard to be perfect, are not there exactly, then you got to trace the connection, fix it, and then it runs perfectly fine. It's not rocket science by any means. Good evening, Clyde. Good to see you. Good evening, Glenn. But yeah, so that's the bottom line with these connections. And And one of my customers, like I said, he had an issue um, with. See, it's the weirdest thing because two of his motors are, and it's the X and the Z are I'll call it rickety. They're stuttering. So that leads me to believe that I mean he hasn't opened the box or anything like that. And those things, if you don't open the box and you don't touch the wires, nothing goes bad in there, unless you're shaking it up and stuff like that. But then you got bigger problems. But most likely, what happened is it's. I mean, he wired his own motors, so I mean, I'm not assuming anything, but the odds are that it's the motor wiring that's the issue. I guess I'll find out soon enough. Actually, let me see if he emailed me. In the meantime, let me shoot a little message to Russ, since I never got a chance to see if he's up and around for a little conversation. And it and that and that. Okay. So let me see here. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Dan, you're welcome to join me if you want as well. You ran in one direction when a dog was chasing you. Yeah. I was every time I think of an animal chasing a person, I think of the old joke with the bear. I don't have to run faster than the bear. I have to run faster than you. Always a good joke. Always a good joke. But I'll tell you. Well, folks, I have caught up on as far as I'll give you an update on the build or the building process thing. I've the plans have been done for a while. The sheet I know exactly what the costs will be. I've got all the costs itemized. I've even got the schedule. I even went as far as this week. I finished the schedule, so I know exactly it's going to take conservatively 251 days. So 351 days. So conservatively it's going to take a year. It's not going to take that long. That's just like worst case scenario. So that being said, we're just basically waiting on the banks to fight over the money, and if they all decide that they want to keep their money, then there's stuff we could sell. Because after we sell our house, we'll end up buying more stuff. Because that's just the way Americans are. We sell stuff and we buy stuff. But anyways, I am really looking forward to that. I gotta tell you, I'm tired. I'm really tired of the. I'm tired of waiting. I want the house already built already. I want it built already. All right. Well, let's see. Did I shoot the message to Russ? Yeah, I believe I did. And if anybody wants to join me out there and you got a webcam going, by all means, give me a call and we'll chat for a little while. I'm taking it easy tonight from soldering. Like I said, I had a bit of a long day. And, I'll tell you what tomorrow I am going to, and I'll hold you guys, Friday I'll be on again. Maybe tomorrow I'll be on, but Friday I'll be on. And tomorrow I'm going to dedicate to cleaning this room. This is my office. And here, let me share with you that part, not so much, but all of this. I've got a pathway from here to the door. and this is my table here, right here. You can't even see it. You cannot see the table anymore. The table looks like this, and I've got, well, one neat area with my keyboard, but the rest of it, there's a table that wraps around the corner. You can't see any of it. It's ridiculous. This is just, and it's frustrating. Oh, and over here too, right next to me is the other half of the table here, and I'll promise you that I'll get started on it tomorrow, and I'm hoping to finish it by Friday. So if I'm on tomorrow, you'll see it half finished. If I'm on Friday, you'll see it, God willing, very finished. I'm tired. It's a little it's overwhelming is what it is. It's overwhelming, you know. Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, it's like I go through, you know, definitely got a lot of stuff from the videos. The up there, for instance, up top. Forget this stuff, but here, there we go. Up there by the lights, that whole section up there, that's all PVC, plastics, and a bunch of sign material. Yeah, I even got stuff piled up top of my luckily I can open the doors, but piled on top of this thing. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I mean, there's a reason I'm building a 40 by 80 shop. But I'm going to start clearing all this stuff out because it's just mind-numbingly frustrating to work in this environment. It's I don't know if you guys have ever, you know, are in this scenario. I mean, I've got a buddy of mine, Joe, who's hey Drew, how's it going? I got a buddy of mine, Joe, who he never was a pack rat or anything, but he wasn't that much of a minimalist like he is now. Now it's bad. It's bad. What I am to pack readiness, he is to minimalist. I mean, it's a very Spartan life, that he happy and carefree, but yep, Russ can't make it. Couldn't sleep at all last night. So, well, he, you know, I've been to his place, and let's put it this way. I think that pretty much everyone in this room has a toolbox of sorts. Like, not as maybe not everybody had. Well, you can't see it; it's behind all these boxes. But I've got a Craftsman toolbox there, and you can't see it because it's in that closet. Let me see if I can see it by any chance. No, there is no way. You might get a glimpse of it through this little hole, but in a closet behind this thing is another toolbox. And I've got 3 or 4 more in the back. I mean, you know, the full-size mechanics toolboxes. Okay, not everybody has a lot of different toolboxes, but most people have, like, you know, Joe has, you know, those little 30-piece mechanics, or I don't even know if it's 30 pieces. 30-piece mechanics Harbor Freight one that costs like $20 or something like that to put in your car for emergencies. It has 1 wrench, or rather 1 pair of pliers, a small socket set, a couple of screwdrivers, wire cutters, a small tiny roll of tape. That is his entire house toolbox, you know, and I don't believe he knows how to use it. Anyway, that's Joe, my buddy Joe. I've known him for ages. So, he's a minimalist. He's a minimalist, and sometimes I envy that. Not in the terms of tools. I'd go mad if I didn't have. Yes, Joe T. That's the Joe I'm talking about, Dan. And yeah, he's. I go over to his house every now and then, and he goes, well, Javi, can you do this? And yeah, sure, be happy to. And it's like there's a little crack. Not a crack. Let's say it's an area that the association, when they originally built the house, didn't fill in between the textured drywall and the ceiling. It almost looks like there's a crack in there, but there's not. All it takes is you take a finger and zoop, either with caulking or with plaster, and fill in where the wall meets the ceiling. Only in a certain area in the kitchen. And he goes, hey, Jav, can you, is there anything you can do here? He has no clue what. And I said, yeah, of course there is. And so I, knocked that out for him and stuff. It's good to have friends, when you're like, so he doesn't really have a need for any of those tools. He's got a million other skills. He's wicked smart in computers, an incredible musician, and things like that, and a loving family. So I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong not to have tools, although it's rough. It's not my life, but then again, he is to be envied sometimes because he lives a clutter-free life, and he doesn't have all of this mess. And I'm every time I see it. In fact, I'm going to get started on it probably tonight. Has anyone out there had any luck creating 3D reliefs? Trying my hand at one of my son's dog, not having much luck. Okay, by a 3D relief, Marcello, are you talking about a 3D image, like using Photo VCarve or something like that? If so, I could help you with that. Oh yeah, Bruce. I mentioned hello and your name. Yes, I apologize for coming in late. I came in about half past the hour because I was detained with a bit of work, and then I went to eat some French onion soup I was telling you, and luckily my friend John there called me up. He goes, "Hey, are you on? Because you're live." And I go, "Huh? Oh, yeah, didn't realize it." So I came on, and Drew, how's it going? How's the shop? How's the new place? Drew built a shop, and he's I think he finished building his house, and he's building a second one. I'm not sure. Catch me up on that, Drew. But he built a shop, and it's I believe it's 25 by 70. It's a good size shop, and that's gonna be really fun. I'm telling you guys, I'm chomping at the bit because I can't do anything else. I can't. The land is cleared. Well, I'll go up there. Maybe I'll just go up there with a shovel and dig out a few stumps because I was going to do them all with the tractor when after the financing comes through. Some of you guys know I got a. Okay, you don't have photo, but you have. Good evening, Stephen. How's it going? You don't have photo, but you have Fusion 360. All right. I'm not familiar with Fusion 360, unfortunately. I know Photo VCarve is a fantastic stopgap product, I guess, to do something like that. But also, so what I was saying is it's a little frustrating not being able to do anything until once the money starts flowing. Whether if they don't give me the right interest rate, then I'm probably going to sell a couple of the the properties that I own and finance it that way. And I mean, it's a little frustrating because it'll be less income, but uh, it, it depends. I might mortgage the properties that way. The income pay. I mean, the income pays for the mortgage, and then I have the cash flow. Or I might, I don't know. But either way, after the construction's done, and the sale of the house goes through, and I move, then all of a sudden now instead of paying off a debt, um, I buy another place. I mean, if I do end up selling the others, it, I don't know. I can't even think straight these days because it's frustrating because I'm going through so many YouTube videos of everything. It's I've been doing construction for years, yet I'm still uh, refreshing my memory on practices, framing practices, and roofing and sheathing practices, and all the latest technology and the latest materials. And today I was looking at a bunch of things of pre-wiring a home for because one thing I am not going to build a new house unless it's completely pre-wired for low voltage systems. I mean, I'm putting low voltage in the curtains for the curtains. I'm putting low voltage for everything. PIR sensors in the ceiling. I mean, everything. Why should I open up the walls when I'm going to be building them and I'll have them open at my discretion? And up there, I've got 15,000 feet of Cat 5 cable still, Yeah, go over to land and get a metal detector. Not a bad idea. But yeah. I have never uh, I have never greased the block bearing on my the linear bearings. I've never greased them on my cam master, not once. That thing's been running solid for I don't know, going on 4 years now, 5 years at least, and never had an issue with it. Uh, Now, I would recommend, even though I don't always follow this rule, I would recommend always having the dust collector going. Now, if you do a lot of MDF, always have that dust collector on. All it takes is one time with the MDF, and you will be there either for hours on end. You will be vacuuming every little crack and crevice of the enclosure or your entire room. It will be a dust bowl. Not to mention the danger to all the, that's fine. The dust will get into the bearings. It'll get into not into the bearings, but it'll get on on the, on the linear rails. It'll get on the ball screw. It'll get into the machine, into the controller. When it comes to MDF, I'm a huge fan of dust collection. I cut very efficiently when it comes to, or try to, when it comes to plywood. So the chips are fairly large. There's still sawdust. There's still dust. And so nothing is perfect. But every now and then, the thing with the vacuum, the dust shoe, in order to be a proper dust collector, you got to have a brush or a dust shoe, because those plastic ones that are see-through they just don't work the same. So, or you got to have one massive suction, But either way, if I'm filming a carving, then I'm sorry, I take the dust shoe off and I'll turn the vacuum on, but it's not going to pick up but the minor dust. So yeah, you run yours 12 hours a day, and the linear bearings are starting to act up. Well, all I could say is that if you're running that long for an extended period of time, because I mean, I'll do 50-hour and 60-hour jobs and no big deal. But the total hours, I can't tell you how many total hours I have on this thing. I can't. If you're running 12 hours a day and you're running for 3-4 years, 12 hours a day at least, then I would say, or even 1 or 2 years, I would definitely say get yourself an extra set of bearings and just replace them. And definitely. I mean, you do not want to run those things. I mean, they'll last forever. I mean, well, not forever, but those linear bearings, they're not going to wear if you don't have anything in them, or rather, just the grease. And yeah, maybe I'll try that again, Glenn. I got to be honest with you. Maybe I'll try another episode of me burning the stumps. Because, but the thing is, I kind of don't want to burn them, and the reason being is the 9 stumps that I got to get rid of. They're small and they come from rotted trees, but here's the thing: I got to dig them out, roots and all, taproot and all. I don't want to leave anything organic in there because we're talking. This is the foundation for the building. Yeah, I'm going to compact it. Yeah, I'm going to even it out. Yeah, I'm going to put rock fill and all that stuff on top of it. And I'm probably going to go a little thicker with the concrete just for s and grins. But and I know it's probably overkill, but I'm still. I've been to numerous job sites where we're doing a repair on the foundation because somebody took out a tree and they put a shed. And they, in order to put the shed, they took out a tree and they didn't take it. And what they did was they ground it, and that's it. They didn't take into account that the whole thing, although they compacted it and everything, after 10 years or so, that it all decayed, and then the whole thing went down like this. And then basically they had a kind of a sinkhole underneath their foundation, cracked to shreds, And a road trip to Skycraft. Ooh. I wonder, let me see if they're still around. Yeah, I'll definitely take the yeah, I haven't been to Skycraft in years. Let me see. Yep, they're still there in Winter Park. Wow. That'd be fun. I haven't been there in ages. And the funny part is, the surplus there now, holy cow, they got 10 gauge wire, they got 8 gauge wire. I gotta check. Oh man, Dan, that's dangerous as heck. Dangerous. You're gonna get me into trouble because I'll go with money, and it's and when I'm trying to save, I mean, I'm pretty disciplined, but you get me into a place like Skycraft, I go, oh look, 4/4 cable, 4/aught cable, and I'm gonna need some for the build. Let me buy $1,000 worth, and things like that. That'd be dangerous. Yeah, I'll use them eventually, but not. Holy cow! Yeah, I'm looking at all the different things. Gearhead motors. Oh, Arduino compatible remote controls. Oh man, I'm gonna thermoelectric pelt. Oh man, it's gonna be some nice. Oh, 83 SOW neoprene, $1.50. That's not cheap. $1.50 a foot for Carol cable, that flexible cable. It is 8.3, but still. Yeah, could always use it. I could always use extra for the RV. Yeah, it's Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7. Okay. Winter Park. Let's see how far it is. See, now you got me thinking. Let's see how far it is from the property. Google Maps. And there we go. Search this. And directions. And an hour and 5 minutes. Not too bad. I got a buddy of mine that it's not too far away. Let me see how far away he is. It's pretty far. Ooh, it's not that far. It's far. He's half an hour away. My cousin is. I mean, if I'm going to go there, I'm going to visit my cousin on the way back. But yep. That sounds okay. So let me share with you guys Skycraft. Skycraft is it's an electronics parts surplus place. Okay, it's a very dangerous place. Mike will enjoy it. Where is Mike up there? It's W4FEJ will enjoy it because, I mean, it's they've got stuff from. I don't know if they still do. I'll check, but they got stuff from the old oscilloscopes. I mean, from the ancient. It's basically like a ham fest. Yeah, definitely impulse buying, and it's got everything. It's got all these neat little switches and stuff, and all of a sudden you start getting ideas. They go, oh, you know what? I could use this to do this, and I can do this, and I can do this, and the sky is the limit. Skycraft is a pretty cool place, and depending on what you buy, because some of the stuff is just it's like, oh my god, like that cable. You can get it from a big box store for that price. Although maybe not 8.3. Come to think, I don't know, but I'll tell you, they got some neat stuff, and it's been a long time. But I went with Dan. Dan used to live in Miami. He lives in Illinois, I believe, now, and we used to live in Miami. We used to go up and visit Disney and other places of the sort. And when we would go up there, well, we had to take a little trip to Skycraft. And I know John went one time with you, Dan, and I. I don't remember who else was there. That time was Jim there? No, it was two. Jim wasn't into that back then. I don't know if John Applebaum was there at that time, but yeah, we had some fun. It was rather interesting. It's a cool place for electrical nerds because it's all the basic components of the old days. I mean, but now even with all the new stuff, I mean these people they're I mean. They got Arduinos. They got this and that. It's a surplus store. So if somebody buys, 1,000 pieces of some kind of Arduino or something or that, and they only need 850 of them, they'll sell the other 150 cheap. So it is impulse buying at its best. And yeah, it's cool. It's a cool place. Wonder what else they have over there. I'm trying to see if let's see if they don't really have much in terms of a website. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Let me share with you guys. So, ready? I appreciate the thumbs up, Glenn. Let's see here, and okay, so let's take a look at the. So this is obviously they've got lots of spare and surplus cable, which is really nice. I'm going to start shopping around for that. Most viewed. Let's see, most viewed. 12-volt pneumatic. That's cute, I guess. Little fans. Bunch of different cables. 10 gauge, no. THHN, well, that's nice. Yeah, it's... See, this is pretty cool. It's a nice little remote control. I don't know what it's for. Let's find out. Arduino compatible something. Oh, here's another one. RF transmitter and receiver. Okay. Mini infrared remote controller receiver module kit. Oh, okay. That's pretty cute. Yeah, I suppose. Okay. So they have tons and tons and tons of, they got power supplies. Hey, I wonder, let's see. Let's see what other voltages. Let's see if they got 36-volt power supplies and then how much. Nope, they got nothing. I mean, again, it's pot luck a lot of times, you know. Let's see. Audio connectors. The old banana plug types. I mean, some of these things are just so, you know. Ah, look at that. $2.50. I'll buy them for $1 each. Oh, well. Again, like I said, it's not always cheaper, but it's fun to see them all, you know. And some of these specialty plugs are very handy. Excuse me. Different XLR connectors. Okay, enough with the audio connectors. Let's see what else they got here. Let's see. Motors and pumps and stuff. Let's see. Ooh, let's check out AC motors. See what they got here. These are okay. 5 RPM. Give me some heavy duty ones. Evaporator fan motors. See, this is pretty cool. Is this what I think it is? No, it isn't. I was looking for there's a 60 RPM motors is pretty cool because you could use it for like a big clock. Sorry, a 1 RPM motor. Yeah, it is 1.2, something like this, but you know, because you can always control the speed. It's not perfect, but you know, for a little clock, I mean, for a large clock, it's pretty cool. For a project that you may have, you know, you can definitely CNC a clock and make a nice little project out of it. Submersible pumps, nah, these are pretty expensive. You know. Yeah, and it's on eBay. What the heck? Visit our eBay store. How exciting. Other stuff. Ooh, let's see the safety gear. What kind of safety gear do we have? Oh, safety gear. I'm telling you guys. Let me see if you guys say anything here. Yeah, Skycraft is fun. Well, they're still in Winter Garden. Andrew, I'm going up on the 30th until from Monday through Friday. From the 30th through the I'll be up there until the oh my god, my mind went blank. Until the Friday, until the 4th of December, something like that. So let me know if you want to go one day, and we'll just walk through the place. It's just for old time's sake. I wouldn't mind going to visit and stuff. Andrew lives half an hour south of me, so I mean, I could definitely swing by and pick him up on the way. It's somewhat on the way, anyway. Yeah, it's yeah. I got some neat stuff. I mean, let's see what other neat stuff we have. Because I mean, let's see, shock mounts. What are shock mounts? Is this for cameras and stuff, or? Nah. They got a whole category for one thing. Hang on. Let's see, magnets. Now I can use a bunch of magnets. definitely. Let's see if they got them at a different price. I hope this $7.95 is for a bunch of them. Cylindrical shape, Hall effect. Yeah, I like the ceramic magnets. That's nice. Let's see. Nah, this is not. I mean, these are okay. Let's magnetic sheets again. I get that cheaper. These I get cheaper. So some of these things they're okay, but you got to be careful when you're in a store like that because it's like Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight is fantastic and it's super cheap and there's stuff that's going to give you some major impulse buy, but at the same time, if you do a little bit of research, you'll find that there's a lot of stuff that's even cheaper through Amazon or eBay or something, and with free shipping. These sensors are okay. Now there's a good price for this stupid little thing. Of course, I wouldn't put one in my house. It's ugly, but still, it's a good price. Now, here, let me see LEDs because I plan on doing some major lighting around the house. Let's see. Cool white, man. Halogen bulb replacement. I wouldn't mind replacing a few of the bulbs in the RV. So maybe if they got a decent price on there, I'll pick some of those up. Cross connector. Ah, 350/50s in here. That's pretty decent price for that. It's okay. It's a good price. Could build a lot with these. I got a couple, probably easily 24 of these stupid controllers. Yeah, this is an okay price, but $15 is what I get them for. 5-meter length, 300 LEDs, red, green, blue. Yeah, they're okay. Sconce wiring harness. Gotta love LEDs. Save you some major bucks. See if anybody's written anything. All right, have a good one, Marcello. Thanks for dropping in. Clearance warning lamp, white sealed. See, now this one's good. This, okay, you see this? Well, it's just white, but if I can find one of these in RGB, something like this, sealed. Here's what I plan on doing for the new place is I plan to do, well, let me scroll through the rest of this stuff and just to goof around, and I'll tell you guys what I'm planning on doing in the there's too many of them. All right, so for the new place, one of the things that I'm going to do is, and I don't know how many of you guys heard this, I'm putting pavers down. So on the corners, on the end, kind of like runway lights, if you will, in the pavers, I'm going to drill a 1-inch hole, cylindrical hole with a 1-inch boring bit, okay, all the way through the paver. And then I'm going to, see, they sell these things. Let me see if I can find one so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. They sell these things, okay? So something like this, a 2-inch in-ground stainless, it's pretty nice. Okay, that's nice. And this one here, it's also pretty nice. They have some others. Let me see if I find one in the images. The one that I'm thinking of is just a very simple. See, a lot of these are really fancy, and some of them even have the same exact shape as you see here. But The one I'm talking about is nothing more than, let me see if I find it. Okay, something like this. All right, you see this? This is basically a paver dot for LED driveways. And the way you put it in is, let me see if I find the, I don't see any of them in the way you put it in is basically you drill the hole. Here's a hole. You drill a nice, beautiful hole in there and you drop it in. Now, these are great and these are wonderful, but I mean, you're talking $75. Really? You're out of your freaking mind for one paver light. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying $75, let alone $20 per light. You know, these paver lights are nice. Okay, decor lighting, paver lights. Let's see what they cost. All right, a 4-pack, that's better. It's better. But oh no, that's $24.85 each. That's not better. Still, $25 for one light. I mean, they're 10 of them for $32 each. That's crazy. But you get the idea. That's what I'm going to do now. Hey, I'm a do-it-yourself kind of guy, and I can easily take a piece of. I'm trying to look for the one that I saw, which was so simple it's not even funny. But the one I'm talking about is you have just a simple tube of just a simple 1-inch PVC. 1-inch, 1-inch lucite. Let me see if I find it here. 1-inch plexiglass acrylic, whatever. Acrylic rod. All right, so look at this. A 1-inch diameter rod. Okay, by the foot. Hang on, where's so by the foot, this stuff costs $10. Now, this is just the first place I got, and I'm going to be buying more than one, so it'll probably be like $7 a foot, whatever. $7 a foot, and I can probably get, let's say I want to do 1.5 inches on each one, so every foot will be 8 of them. Okay, so 8 of them out of one, times 8, I'll get 64 of them I'll get them for about $1 a piece. Basically what I'm talking about. Now, $1 a piece, I will slice it here. I know how to polish plastic, so all it takes is cutting a 1.5 inch piece of plexi, putting an LED on the bottom. I'll make myself a little silicone mold where I'll drop in the LED on the bottom with the wires coming out, drop this in place, pour epoxy, and then drop that in place. And it's that simple. So now, and here's the funny part, bubbles won't matter. So forget about any kind of bubbles or anything like that. Doesn't make any difference. We'll have an RGB LED with with the 4 wires coming out, sealed in epoxy, and then also continue and connected to the plexi. Come on, what could be simpler than that? Bump, bump, bump. Hammer it into your precision designed hole in the pavers. If any water intrudes on the paver, pavers are porous, so it'll eventually go right down into the ground, into the sand. The epoxy, the sealed LED, and the wires, they're all sealed. So it's that simple. Then comes the difficult part of running all wiring. I'm going to have to make sure that they're all water sealed with the gel, heat shrink, and all that stuff. And I'll run the line of cables, somehow. See, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of doing some addressable LEDs because, yeah, it'll take a bit more work, but if you can get those addressable LEDs, um, like in a long strip, and that might work. That might work. The other issue comes with the heat dissipation. That's the other thing I'm concerned with, because if I've got it embedded in epoxy, I'll have to run it for a while and see. I'll run it at a low voltage and stuff and see, because it's just for lighting. It's not to shine up trees or anything. It's just to show where the driveway is in the den of darkness of night. So that's I think that'll go really well. Anyway, that's the plan. That's the plan with the LEDs. So if I could find something like that at Skycraft, that'd be great. But yeah, there's a lot of little. Let me see if I can search for. Let's see, search LED RGB. There's a lot of them. Yeah, look at that, an RGB LED tricolor. That's not exactly what I was looking for. Here we go, a 12-volt module, waterproof. All right. Let me share again, guys. This is Skycraft again. So, oh, that's not Skycraft. That's Skycraft. So, look over here on the right here. Waterfall light module, 4 RGB LEDs. All I got to do is just wrap this in a circle and I'm done. But I mean, the problem with these LEDs is usually the back part of it. There you go, 12 button LED. The RJ11 connector. Holy cow! Yeah, that I'm gonna have to cut the connector off. Those are horrible for water. So yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of experimentation, and I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have some fun with the whole build in general. So one of the things I'm wiring is low voltage wiring for the curtains, and I have to check with the building department, because I'd like to know if I can. First of all, do I have to have it delineated on the map for low voltage wiring, or can I just run the cable and leave it sealed up, with a blank on it for future use, because I'm not going to do it right away. It'll be sometime in the future, but I'm building the house now, so that I don't want something that it doesn't make any sense that they shouldn't let me do it. But if the permit doesn't allow me to put wires for future use, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem, because I've got a lot of future, I've got a lot of reasons why maybe as long as I terminate it with RJ45 connectors, it'll be fine. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. But the problem is what I would like to run with the curtains, for instance, for those of you that are into electronics. The curtains are, some are 5, some are 12, some are 24, whatever. I would like to run 12-volt low voltage cable. I don't want to run Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable to the curtains. And I want to do it before. I don't want to have any kind of surface wiring. You want to have a nice little hole with a wire sticking out on the corner of the curtain, so when you put up your blinds, your wire is still hidden back there. And if there's a motor, then but the last thing I want is for them to tell me, no, I'm sorry, you can't do that unless there's something in place. I don't have thousands of dollars for those curtain things, and to tell you the truth, in the future, what I'll probably end up doing is DIYing some, because I've seen some stuff on the internet that is fantastic, perfectly safe, and it's simple motors pulling up and down, and done. So I want to do that. Anyway, anybody got any comments on home automation? Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I think I may, if I'm bored, I may just start digging up one of the trunks, one of the. Maybe each time I visit, I'll dig up a stump. I don't know. It's I hope, folks, it doesn't get to the point where I'm going to have to. No, it's never going to get to that, because my wife won't let me. But I hope it doesn't get to the point where the banks are dragging their heels, or because one guy wanted to offer me 9% interest. I'm sorry, folks, that's $24,000 throwing away my money. I'd rather not do the house right away if I was going to do that. So if they're dragging their heels, or they don't offer me a decent interest rate, then my other options are, like I said, to sell some stuff, sell some properties, or just save up until I have the money, which would be another 2-3 years, because it'll take me a bit to gather $350,000. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Casa. I love Casa. I mean, where do I have some laying around here? Hang on a second. I had like half a dozen, just because I had them all in my container, and when I sold the container and everything, and I brought everything back here. I got them in boxes here and stuff. I'm looking forward to hooking them back up. Casa is fantastic. Yeah, hooked to Amazon. Yeah. I got an X10 box or two in storage right now, and I gotta tell you, it's going on eBay as soon as I can get it out of storage, and if not, it's going to the garbage, because sorry, X10 is gone. I mean, I can't even use it for the shop. I mean, I wouldn't. Not for the price of Casa. It's holy cow. Those little plugs are fantastic. And then and the thing is, like for like Dan, for the for my little bench and everything. Even back here, I still have it for the bench. I got my soldering iron. I got everything on it. Glue gun, soldering iron, all the different components I need to build the JaviBox controllers. And then when I step out of the place, it was very convenient at the container, because the container, it's like every now and then I go back and forth from the container to the RV, the container to the RV. I'm working the container, I'm organizing my stuff and all this, or I'm working in the container and building a JaviBox or something, or I'm watching something on the computer, whatever. Then I go back to the RV to take a break. Sometimes that break just, I don't feel like going out again. But I left the lights on. I left the soldering iron on. I left the glue gun. I mean, because I was expecting to go back right away. No problem. Click, 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 click. I'm done. Actually just click. One button to shut down the whole place. And that, more than anything else, is what I'm going to use it for. Now, Dan, I'll share something else with you. One thing that I'm going to do with the LEDs. All of a sudden I get my nose is stuffed. One thing that I want to do with the LEDs is the following. I want to get the strips of the multicolored LEDs. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, and you got me hooked. You definitely got me hooked, and I know you're hooked. It's fantastic, but I didn't think I'd have a reason for it. Now I can't think of not using them for many things. For some things, obviously not a point, but the LEDs. That's one thing that I really, really want to work on. See, in the shop, I'm going to have it where the corners of the shop and a perimeter all around the entire shop, the CNC room, the well, here, let me show you what my shop looks like so far. Give me a second. I know I have it down here somewhere. Open recent. If it's not even, let me see if it's open now. This is, yep, it's open now. Here we go. And share the screen. Now let's share it nice and big. So this is the shop. Well, actually, this is both. But let's zoom in on the shop, shall we? And zoop. Okay, so from the laundry room, that's where I walk out into the hallway, and obviously I'm going to have a door here somewhere, whatever. So let me see. Do I have everything on? Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is an older. No, wait. I don't have everything on here. Hang on. Let's see here. There. Turn that on. All of these are on. Nope. That. Panel saw. That. I don't know why I didn't. Why don't I just turn everything on? Okay, hang on a second. Let me just do this, if at all possible. No, that doesn't help. Okay, miscellaneous. Nope, that I don't need. Okay, so sorry, folks. I'm just trying. I don't know why I turned any. There it is. That's the other stuff. And of course, no, that's the grid. Okay, so the office will be here. So, but there are other rooms. The dust collector room. Obviously the main room, the main shop area where I will have the, hey, why aren't my, hang on a second, the perimeter's not there. Oh, I know why I did that after. Hang on a second. There it is. Goodness gracious. Okay, here we go. So, oops, too much. So, let's say I'm working in the main area, the main shop area. The entire perimeter, I want to, these red things are columns. The entire perimeter, I want to have an LED strip going all the way around that is not that is no color. It's off. However, when my wife in the house needs to call me, or when, let's say, somebody walks in from, let's say they walk in from here, there'll be a door here. I gotta figure it out, but there'll be a door here, and then they can walk in through here, and there will be a door to the 2-car garage somehow as well. But they walk into the shop. Now, if anybody walks into the shop or needs me, they'll hit a button on I'll tell them ahead of time to hit a button on the door, like a doorbell, or because sometimes my roll door is most likely going to be open, or this roll door, they'll hit a button here, or with the home automation, I will see when someone's pulling into the driveway. Any one of these events, or when my wife needs me or something and she has a button in the bedroom, any one of these remote events will activate a green light that slowly gets brighter and brighter. And the reason for that is when you're for all of my fellow woodworkers, when you're a woodworker, the last thing you want is somebody, whether it's your wife or your daughter or somebody, surprising you while you're cutting a piece of wood, while you're working with any one of these dangerous pieces of machinery. Dangerous machinery. So, so let's say I'm in front of, I pull out the mobile CNC and I'm here, or I'm in the paint booth painting, or I'm in the, where's my CNC? Sorry. I've got a CNC room somewhere around here. Hey, the CNC room's not here. Hang on a second. Building sections. I know I had a CNC room. Shelf, shop area, grid. Okay. Maybe it's under tools. Yeah, it's probably under tools. There's the small CNC room. Table saw, rolling. Panel saw. What's the panel saw there? I just turned the panel saw on. Okay, folks, I'm sorry. I just can't see the little CNC, I mean the big CNC room, but it's around somewhere. Dust collection. Metal perimeter. Okay, that's the perimeter. Office and bathroom. That's fine. Dimensions? Ah, the dimensions. Well, it's nice to have Southern. Tractor, mower, garage and hallway. There it is. CNC room. I'm missing a huge chunk of room here. This is for the big CNC. So obviously I'm going to be in this room positioning something or whatever. So whatever the case may be, that was the plan. Right? That was the plan. It was to the plan is to oh, I'm the one that told you about it. Yeah, I it's fantastic. It is. It's fantastic. I mean, I got into that and I go, oh my God, it's so awesome. It's and there's a thing called Home Assistant that I'm going to be getting into the programming of it. That's gonna. I'm looking into that because with Home Assistant, Alexa devices, Google devices, the Casa, Wise, any one of these, it basically allows me to do automation routines and puts everything together. I'm looking into see which is the best smart hub type connection. There's Hub Home, there's Smart Assistant. There's a lot of fancy wancy. There's a lot of different. What do I call it? Networking, I guess, technologies for this kind of stuff. So anyway, that's just about. It's after 9:40 already. Let me go ahead and start shutting this down and hit the hay and see what I do to plan for this. So again, tomorrow, guys, hold me accountable. This room is a mess, and I really want to. If I have room, is the problem. But I want to neaten this place up because I'm tired. I'm really tired of the mess. Tired of the mess. Anyways, and I'll be doing some stuff outside, so I don't know if I'll get to it, like I said, tomorrow, but I'll certainly try. Tired of. I want it clean. I want it clean. I want it cleared out. I want it. Yeah. Right. Folks, have a wonderful evening. Thank you again for joining me. And everybody have a wonderful night. And Andrew, if you're still out there, let me know if you're free one of those days, Monday through Friday, for a little trip up to Winter Garden. Winter Park. And I'll or down to Winter Park and we'll do the Skycraft thing one day. Yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one, guys. Good night.